So I just made a video about John Mayer mixing major and minor pentatonic, but he has made a verbal mistake saying it's minor pentatonic. In reality, he's playing a blues pentatonic, okay? And let me prove it to you why. So here is a minor pentatonic, and here is the blues pentatonic. And it is separated by this blues note, as we call it. This one. And it is called the flat fifth, okay? Now, somebody has pointed out in my video to click this YouTube video where this one guy sketches all of this out, right? And he has minor pentatonic there, which is... And John Mayer keeps hitting that flat five. So let's take a look at the very first mistake. By the way, shout out to this guy. I've subscribed to his channel. He's doing great work. But take a listen to this. On paper, he's showing you that he's doing like this, right? But my ear, and I'm gonna let you guys listen to this slowly, is telling me he's going, which is, that is the blues note. Now throughout this video, he keeps hitting that blues note. He slides up to it, and he even bends up to it. And here, he even does this roll, right? Which the young fella made a minor mistake, but God bless him, okay? And John Mayer, who's my hero, by the way, and influenced me in music so much, himself says that music, he sees it as colors and shapes rather than theoretically.
G, A, or whatever that crazy thing is. I don't remember. It's all color and shape in here now.
This is why we're going to give him a huge pass for making this verbal error where he said minor scale over the blues pentatonic, which he was playing. So here's the confusion that I've myself made as well, when I was starting guitar and stuff, is that there's multiverse of sound, like a sonic multiverses, okay? And we call everything a minor pentatonic. And if you learn it in a minor pentatonic, you can apply it anywhere, and that's not true. I'm going to show you why that's not true, okay? Now, blues and minor sound very different, even though they have the same scale. It's just one note difference, right? Blues pentatonic and minor pentatonic. I'm going to show this to you. Let's take a listen at minor pentatonic solo. Woo! Stop. You hear how sad that sounds? So we're going to call this a sad universe, okay? And the confusion that we make is we take these solos that we learned from this sad universe and then we apply it in blues scale universe, which is usually played over a major chord, right? Right? You see how neutral that sounds compared to sad, which would be... Right? So, this is the confusion and mistake that I've made many years over and over again, is you learn licks and you take them from this universe and then you put it in this and you go, why doesn't it sound as good as when I learned it? Because you've seen Spider-Man, the third one, when they're all from different universes, right? But different Spider-Mans, right? So if you take that Spider-Man and put him in this universe, his girlfriend is not going to be his girlfriend anymore. You know what I mean? Alright, so now I want you to take a listen to what blues pentatonic sounds like. And you're going to hear a lot more micro bends and half-step bends. Woo! Stop. Lord have mercy. Now that's some good playing. Alright, so now we're going to call this a neutral sound, okay? This is sad, this is neutral, okay? Not the mistake, but the confusion that we're making as guitar players is we'll learn a lick or a phrase or something from this universe, and then we take it in minor. And this is wrong. This is why you're not sounding, or I'm not sounding, as good as we want to sound as blues musicians. What you want to do, how to fix this, is when you put out a lick from this universe, then apply also to a similar universe as this, okay? Now let's take a listen at major, okay? This is going to be more happy sounding. See how happy that sounds, right? Now, and I don't see anybody teach this on YouTube or ever. Nobody talks about this. I think this is the first time somebody actually put this out. And this is just a simple 3. There's many, many more universes where these licks are coming from, and you want to apply them in correct one. But I'm just trying to show you that they exist, all right? Now, shout out to this guy who has asked to elaborate. Let's go back to the last thing. He asked to elaborate on what we were teaching, right? And he didn't understand. So let me explain to you again what last video was about. So now that we have an understanding that he's playing blues pentatonic, which is usually 99% of the time is played over a major chord, which what he's playing there, major chord. And in major chord, where you play the blues pentatonic, you can also play major not pentatonic, major scale. You can also play major scale. In minor pentatonic, which is usually played over a minor chord, you cannot play the major. You understand what I'm saying? In minor, you can play blues pentatonic 3 frets down if that chord is included in that minor. Like in Slow Dancing in a Burning Room, which starts off in a minor chord, right? But it has that E at the end, E major. And that's why you'll hear him, he'll solo in C sharp, but then he'll also solo in E blues pentatonic. He'll go down there. Now back to the last lesson. Now that we have this understanding of there's different universes of sound, I hope if I teach you something good here and you're understanding me, I want to smash that like button, all right? Okay, so let's play devil's advocate and say, what if he didn't have as much time and he couldn't hit all those notes that he hit, and it was just over this, okay, this major C, and he hit this minor pentatonic notes. Well, which pentatonic is it then? Good question, right? Well, I'm about to blow your mind. You ready? It's still blues pentatonic. And let me explain to you why. Because blues pentatonic is played over major chords. Once you hear that major, any note that you put in there is going to sound bluesy. That's where blues was born, in major. Right? Right? Now, there's minor blues as well, of course, and you can play blues pentatonic over that minor blues. But blues was born only 300 years ago, and minor and major pentatonics have existed for thousands of years. And people make this mistake. Blues sound is very new. People don't understand what it really is. I call it the neutral sound. We have sad, we have happy, and we have neutral. So what you want to do is when you learn a solo or a lick in that neutral territory, stop applying it into sad. Keep applying it into that neutral territory, and you're going to start sounding really good. And all of this is going to start making sense to you. And to elaborate a little bit more on this, why blues scale and minor scale are very different. Minor scale has these micro bends that you wouldn't play over a major C, which you guys are saying this is a minor pentatonic, right? Which he plays in C major. So in C minor, where you'd have an actually minor pentatonic, you'd go. You see how sad and minery that sounds? You can add those micro bends in that minor scale on a minor chord. On a major, when playing that minor pentatonic, you can't do that. You can't go. You see how off that sounds? It just just doesn't sound right. It sounds, if it sounds good to you, good for you, God bless. But for me, it just doesn't sound right. And you can do whatever you want. Obviously, add any notes to any scales, but I'm just trying to explain to you how John Mayer plays and these universes that he pulls these licks out of, and then we as beginner or intermediate guitar players keep applying it in the wrong spaces. I'm trying to give this information to you to start putting the right licks in the right universe. So now all of that is out the way, okay? And if you've come this far, might as well subscribe to the channel, you know what I'm saying? What John Mayer is explaining, he made a verbal error. It's called it a minor, where he was playing blues pentatonic, but sonically he was explaining to you a very good and very valuable thing. Everything was perfect what he's saying. He just made a verbal error, okay? What he's saying is if this is position 1 and it has position 2, position 3, position 4, and position 5 is right above it right here, which would go, and that is same as same exact, right? Now, that's blues pentatonic. Both of those scales are same exact scales, okay? Same exact notes, same exact scales, blues pentatonic. Now, in this position where I am right now, okay, there's also a major pentatonic, okay? Here we go. And that is 3 frets up from C, right? This C. It looks like exactly minor pentatonic, okay? Like this. Right? And it sounds like this. Right? And he's telling you that instead of coming down to C to play C blues pentatonic, which is, and then go up to A to play this major pentatonic, he's telling you to take this C blues pentatonic and just like I showed you, put it up to here and switch between them here, right? Because both of those scales are here. So we're taking this blues pentatonic, bringing it here, and switching between the major pentatonic and blues pentatonic in the same position. So it would be position 5 for major and position 5 for the blues pentatonic. And that's all he's saying. He's just telling you to be more efficient. That's it. It's not rocket science, you know. You can also do this by bringing this major scale down to the blues scale. And you can do this up and down the neck all over. And if you want me to make a video about that, comment in the section below. And by the way, while we're at it, shouting people out, I want to shout out these 2 guys who congratulated me on 1,000 subscribers. Let's go. I appreciate you. God bless you. I love you. If you want more videos like this, click here. I'll see you guys next time.